Wavesound Audiobooks presents an unabridged recording of The Butterfly Women by Madeleine Cleary, narrated by Jovan S. The novel was written on the lands of the Ngunnawal and Ngambri peoples, but is set on the lands of the Wurundjeri, Woiwurrung and Bunurong Bunwurrung peoples of the Kulin Nation. I would like to pay my deepest respects to their elders, past and present. For the women who are nowhere, but everywhere. Prologue. The woman seated in death's shadow is the youngest of his flutter. She barely scratches the edges of womanhood, bright eyes beneath a painted face, a face yet to be marked or weathered by time. At his dresser, the woman's gloved hands float around her silk dress, the finest she has worn in her short life. She repeats her thanks again and again, ignoring the bowl of tainted water on the washstand and her filthy mound of clothes in the corner, the remains of another life. Death lifts a brush, palming it across the woman's scalp and down the length of her hair, stroke after stroke, disentangling and unraveling. With deft hands, he grips his golden blade and severs a dark lock. The woman protests, but Death smiles at the hank of hair before tucking it in his pocket. He lowers the lamp's wick, and as the shadows bleed, a wailing begins, the sound mixing with the voices of the dead, her mother's the loudest. With her story nearing its end, he places a hand across her breasts and the blade at her throat. Like the others, she has no time to scream. Part 1. A Child of Gold and Wool. July to September 1863. Johanna. 15 July 1863. The rat's pink nose twitches, its teeth sharp and red eyes gleaming, as it sniffs the prone body of Johanna Callaghan. Her blood mixes with the entrails of pigs recently slaughtered down an alley south of Little Lonsdale Street. When Johanna startles, the rat darts up the side of a crumbling wall and along the fence that marks the end of the butcher's and the start of the motley lanes of Little Lon, a hunting ground for rats and men. With shaking hands, she traces the swelling around her cheeks and eyes, running her tongue along a row of cracked teeth.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?